Neuvosäännös Whatwehni. Haiwhagai'i on kästä. Onondaga heino ni tona. Jota tähtää. Greetings to you all. My name's Haiwhagai'i, Onondaga Nation, Heel Clan. And I have to start off with gratitude of seeing all of your faces here. In that starting off, awkward for me to be sitting here in a panel of bishops. And it's true. There's plenty of sin, like was mentioned. More of it's becoming surfaced. We hear about the promises you heard today. We heard about the confessions. We have to stick with the truth. And the truth of the matter is there's no trust in the Christian establishments invaded our lands to this day. We appreciate the work that you guys are mentioning and you're doing, but one drop of rain will spoil that promise on paper. One teardrop will spoil that promise to be unreadable. So they mean nothing. They mean nothing in terms of trust. It's almost like put your land in trust of the United States government. It's the same. It's hard to work with when there's no trust. I trust our bellies are all full. They had our box lunch. But they didn't. I didn't see you guys eating. You ever had your box lunch too? I don't think so. So we're breaking bread without them. So to talk about this future to come, and we're looking for peace as we were in the past when we first met Christianity. Catholics, when we first met the Catholics, Jesuits, we sent them back the same way they came, with an Onondaga arrow in the back of their knee. So they limped out of here. Because we found that the mission that they were on wasn't truthful. And within 16 months, 18 months, we run them out of here because there's no trust. So this isn't something new because of court cases and where Christianity stands today defending their position on our land. Which, by the way, should be returned immediately to help build trust. When you're talking about these papers and these promises, you see deeds of property ownership within the churches. I'm not going to just name one because there's too many. Christianity ownership of property. It's a tough thing. You know, we got people coming from Albany and our politicians coming to the Long House, Onondaga. And we're having a school education discussion. And educators, the Board of Education, I believe, was there. They're speaking and they're talking about, and our Indians. They're talking to us, telling us that we're their Indians. patiently listened to this false promises. And then I stood up and I spoke to my people. And I said that, my people, these are our white guys. They are in our house as visitors. And as our elders tell us and how we've always learned, Mother Earth is our floor. The eastern woodlands are our walls. The sky is our ceiling. Welcome to our house. And under our roof, through our walls, and on our Mother the Earth, our floor, we share with you all that we have. Because it appears you need it desperately. And so we do that. Today, we still do that. Been a lot of battles throughout our times. The war's not over. And nobody has won. To claim jurisdiction over someone's land, claim it. That's mine. What bright idea is that? Comes from the Pope to his workers, which he has many. And the teachings get passed down generation to generation, and things don't change for the good of mankind. Then it's about time to look at your mission as Christians. More people have died in this world over religious wars than the smallpox that was fed to us. We all have a lot of work to do, and we're all survivors. We're still here, right? Talk about forgiveness and confessions, admittance, so forth. Well, healing, generational trauma. Christians have more damage to them than any indigenous population. Throughout the world. Because they carry that shield, the almighty shield. Some of the things that weren't taught about that almighty: live by their sword, die by their sword. You didn't follow the principles of whoever was in charge at that time, and how they got there, we don't know. I mean, you guys don't know. We don't know. When they landed, started spreading their diseases throughout our eastern woodlands. They noticed that our bodies couldn't take it and we're dying. And they used that as the Almighty's. They said, we don't even have to raise a sword or cause bloodshed, because we come directly from the man above. That destiny, manifest destiny and all that, it came into terms years later, but it started with the diseases and to convince people of the woodlands, to accept and listen to their word. They came directly from the Almighty, and they don't even have to raise a sword. They can take out villages. So our people believe that very strongly because we never saw people die like that without cause. But now we know what the cause is. There's all kinds of medications on the shelf today. But the disease that's being spread throughout that first encounter is still alive today. Until we get all our land back, and then we help decide what's best for you. And it's happening now in the world of law and environment. When you put the indigenous people on the panel of policy making on natural resources, it tends to heal. It's the beginning of healing. We have to carry that on throughout the religions of the world also. Just they're sugarcoating it for you people. Not all people are evil. Not all evil people are Christian. You got a mix of it all. We have to find a way to work together. So we follow the concepts of the Haudenosaunee and the great law of peace. The one bowl, one spoon concept is a starting point. What's in that bowl is in there for all of us. We've been through our battles. When you go to visit somebody, you respect their ways of life. You come in with a different religion, it's to be respected also. But when there's trust violations, and as we know, centuries of it now, we need to see the real action, and I'll repeat it, about the land transferring back immediately all its in possession of the Catholic Church, of the Lutheran Church, and whoever else, Christian land ownership, should immediately not just acknowledge, oh, we're glad to be here at Onondaga, on their land, ancestral land. What about the present? Our ancestors, we know about. Talking about Freida, grandmother. She's not an ancestor. They're still on her land. Make a movement to today. We know the history. We know the past. We understand the present is what's going to help determine the future. Let's work together on making that right. Down there, Joe.